All right, first and foremost, I give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace, salutation to you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. It's the brother Gabari from the Indiana camp. Come back as you get another sit down. And basically, we're going to dive into Matthew's, the 24th chapter. All right? Without further ado, we're going to just hop straight into it. This is Matthew's chapter 24 and verse 4. It says, And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. All right, and this is also talking about followers of Yahushua. All right, because you got a lot of guys out here and a lot of these groups who say that they have the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but they really don't. All right, that they're not teaching the things of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because in the book of Revelations, it says what? The spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, all right? And these guys are basically going away from the prophecies. You got people you got guys out here that's not teaching about the mark of the beast, guys who's not teaching about Jacob's trouble, guys who saying we need to establish our kingdom and Esau's kingdom, and all these are contrary to the scriptures, man. All right, these are all contrary to the scriptures, and that's why we're not going to get with these guys. That's why we're not going to fellowship with these men. All right. Because ultimately, they're not of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. That's the working of Satan, man. Because the brothers of GMS, what do we preach, man? We preach what about the mark of the beast, that it's coming and it's coming soon. All right, we preach the downfall of this kingdom. Before we say anything about the kingdom of heaven, we first preach the downfall of this kingdom, man. We say Esau society is going down. You know. We're going into martial law. He's gonna declare martial law. These draconian laws that he's pushing forth are just gonna get worse and worse, man. All right, it's gonna be it's gonna be all out hell, brawl in the streets of America, man. Everything's not gonna be peace and safety and quietness as you see. Things are gonna get hard. Things are gonna get tough, and we're the only group that's really saying this and just really pushing it. These other groups are they might say probably 90% of the things we're saying, but we're the ones who's actually preaching the things that's coming to pass, man. The things that are actually going to come, the things that you people are going to see. You know, before we establish anything, before we try to establish any righteousness on this planet Earth, the so-called white man has to be put away. He has to be put under subjection, man. All right. So you have to watch these guys. You have to literally seriously be like the Church of Berea in the book of Acts, man. You have to go and study these things that these people are saying, so you won't what? If like verse said, it says, take heed that no man deceive you, man. That's why the apostles and elders of Great Millstone say, wait, hey man, don't take our word for it. Go look it up for yourself. Go research the things that we're saying, and you're gonna come out with the same exact answer that we did, man. You're gonna come if the spirit is dealing with you. If the spirit is dealing with you, you're gonna come out with the same exact answer. All right. Verse 6. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, man. We're constantly hearing that now, man. Of what? Russia and Ukraine, China and Taiwan, you know, and all different other types of wars, man. All right. That we've been hearing for the past 10, 15 years, man. All right. And it's just been ramping up now. It says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, man. See, so it's troublesome. You thinking like, man, these countries are we're finna go in war, man. War is never a good time. The inflation hits, gas, food, and all the expenses of life all skyrockets up. You know, so when people think of war, people don't think of a good time, man. But the scripture says what? Be not troubled. These things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, man. So we have to still stay hardened, man. We have to still stay hardened in the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, okay? Because ultimately he's gonna be our strength and salvation in the time of trouble, as the book of Isaiah the 33rd chapter says. I mangled it, but you know the Lord is gonna be our stability, man. You know, it says verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places. You know. So it's gonna be it's gonna be nation against nation, man. You have China and Russia going to war with the whole entire world, man. You know, Taiwan, Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran. You know, you're gonna have all these countries, all these nations, all these kingdoms gonna be fighting, man. And they're really fighting for leadership and power. You know. It says in famine. Wait, man, because what? Not only is food going to go up, man, people are going to start robbing and stealing and taking the food. You know, if they can't afford something, then what is the next best thing, man? Shit, just take it. You know, just take the food. And after so much food gets taken, then guess what? It's not going to be none for nobody else. And then guess what? It's going to be more. Then it's not going to be taken from the stores no more. Then it's going to be taken from one another. All right. Fuck money, because money is going to be worth nothing. You know, what's the point of giving $200-$300 when a loaf of bread might be $1,000 or a couple hundred? You know, a loaf of bread. So what's the point of taking the money when you can just take the resources? You know. And pestilence and earthquakes, man. Yeah, man. Diseases, man. And natural disasters, man. You're going to have you're going to have earthquakes happening in diverse places. You're going to have earthquakes happening where earthquakes never happened before. Tsunamis, tornadoes. It's going to be all out war, all out hell, you know? The climate you might get snow in the winter. You might get snow in the summer. You might get hail. You know, hail is the size of golf balls, the size of baseballs, killing people, you know? It says all these things are the beginning of sorrow, man. And all this thing, when we see it, guess what? We know that our end, the end of America is near, because these are the beginning, you know? It has a whole course it has to go through. These are the beginning of sorrows, man. All right? And really, to be honest, if you have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, if through the spirit, you actually can see some of the things happening now. You know? It's always some type of earthquake happening somewhere in a huge magnitude. Tsunami here, blizzard there, you know? It's happening a lot more frequently, man, as the years go on. Verse 9, it says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." And that's how we are right now, man. You know, especially the men that's in the know, the men that's in the know of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. You know, we're gonna be taken up. They're gonna afflict us, and they're gonna ultimately, some of us, they're gonna kill us, man. You know, but the scripture says what? Be faithful unto death, man. So the Lord can give us that crown of the everlasting crown of life. Because just because we die doesn't mean the Lord wasn't dealing with us. Doesn't mean the Lord wasn't on our side. You know, it was prophesied that some of us might die, but we still have to remain that faith. We have to still keep our integrity, our honor intact. All right. It says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Yeah, man, especially in this world, man. But also the so-called brothers that you got that's so-called in the truth, man. You know, they're gonna betray one another. They're gonna be a lot of fallouts. Like, I ain't signed up for this. You know? So watch that. Watch when things get hard. The so-called brothers that say shalom to you every single day, they might start folding on you. Like, oh no, man, I ain't signed up for this. Nah, forget this, man. You know? And the definition of the word dross is basically an element with a low melting point, which basically means it just takes a little bit of heat for it to start melting. All right, that's why all the dross floats to the top, because it's weak. It can't handle that fire. It can't handle high levelly intense fire. You know, it says verse 11, it says, "And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many." All right. And the scripture says what? If it be possible that they were deceived the very elect, but it's not possible, man. All right. So these wayward doctrines out here, these men that's calling themselves Israel, these men that's calling themselves the God sent comforter, or not even that, or just Israelites, you know, these men that say, "Oh, shalom, brother, shalom," they have what? Those are false prophets, man. Like in the book of Luke it says what? "Get far from me, ye workers of iniquity. I know you not." But they know the Lord's name. It says what? "Lord, didn't we not cast out devils in thy name?" And the Lord said what? Get thee far from me, man. You know? So just because you got the name of the Lord, just because you're saying shalom on the highways and byways, on the street corners, or in videos, doesn't mean that you're not a false prophet, man. All right? You can still be a false prophet, because the scripture of Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah, it says what? I have not sent these prophets, but yet they ran, man. You know? So you got diligently false prophets out here. You know? Diligently. Making videos, going out on highways and byways, doing the things that you will see a regular prophet do. But the things that they're teaching is off. You know? Their doctrine is flawed. Verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. And guess what? That love that people so-called have, oh, I love my brother, I love my mother, I love my sister, my daughter, my son. Guess what? All that's gonna be wax cold. You got people eating these children. You got people betraying their so-called friend. In the book of Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, it says what? Friends shall fight another one like an enemy, man. You know? So here you go, you got friends. Your so-called boy, your so-called girl, your best friend, your BFF, whatever you want to call her, your guy. You gonna be fighting this dude like he was your mortal enemy. Like he was like he was some random guy on the street, man. So that love that you have, man, that's gonna wax cold. It's not gonna be no more, that's my brother, that's my guy. You know? You're going to really see who's going to be down for us. And that's what makes the brotherhood so important. That's what brings that scripture. They shall know they shall know that I am the Lord, on how you treat one another. Because even though all this wickedness and all this iniquity is abounding in the earth and happening, guess what? You'll still have a group of men who's going to keep their integrity for one another. They're going to keep their respect for one another. They're not going to mess around with their food or with their women or with their belongings. If I come across a brother and he has all this substance, you know, I'm not gonna be scheming on him to take what he got. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him when he go to sleep, and I'm gonna rape his woman, and I'm gonna take his food, and it's gonna be for me. You know, there ain't gonna be none of that happening, man. And that's how they know the Lord's gonna. That's how they know the Lord is true on how the brothers is gonna treat one another, man. You know, what the book of Jeremiah? What did it say in the book of Job, man? It says what? The beast of the field shall be in league with us, man. You know. Everything is going to be yielding into the elect. They're not going to be going through these things as hard as other people do. They are going to be in it. They are going to be in that fire, but they're not going to go through it as hard as other people go in it. You know? Let me see. Verse 13, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Exactly, man. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, man. So all you got to do is what? Have a little endurance. Have a little integrity. Have a little, how can I say, honor about yourself, man. You know? Stand up for something once in your life. And the Lord shall give you a crown of life. That's all you got to do. Verse 14, it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nation, and then shall the end come, man. And that's and what does that, man? The internet, man. All right, the internet is a big example. That line, like it talks about in Psalms the 19th chapter, that line has gone out the earth and it has spread the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua to the other countries, the other nations, the other kingdoms, man. All right. You got this word in China. You have this word in Taiwan, in the Middle East, Africa, Jamaica, up in Alaska, you know, down south, in America, Mexico, Canada, you know. You have this word everywhere. Brothers, not even if they on the highways and byways, you have brothers that know about the Hebrew Israelites. They know that they're Israelites, man, you know, in Nigeria, in Kenya. So this thing of ours is nationwide, man. All right, that's how we know that the time of Yahweh Shem Yahushua return is very near. All right, nearer than what we even believe. All right, so that was just a quick little, you know, in depth on Matthew's the 24th chapter. You know, it was just something, but right before we started to get ready for camp. Lord willing, hope this video was edifying for you brothers. Until next time, I want to say shalom.